Welcome to Let's Talk Real Talk by Cheryl Preston. Before we get started, y'all already know what to do. Hit your subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I've had some people to tell me that they've hit it and unhit it. No, once you hit the subscribe button and it's no longer red, then you don't have to do that anymore. Once you put the notification bell on, you don't have to do that anymore. Put your notification bell on if you're not already have your notification bell on. Drop a comment and make sure you share with your friends. But I'm here to bring you the update, breaking news today, that they have caught the subway shooter. The suspect is in custody right now for the New York City. Okay, his name is Frank James. He's a 62-year-old black male. At least 29 shot and others hurt. Okay? So I'm going to be giving you all the information you need. I'm going to tag in some things. I came yesterday. I didn't show my face at all because when I heard it early in the morning, I was like, wow, and jumped up and brushed my teeth, washed my face, and I didn't want to put on any clothes, okay? So I decided to come bring y'all the news. So I'm going to give y'all the up-to-date, and there's no reason for him to do this, but, that lets you know the devil is on the loose.
Police have arrested the suspected shooter from yesterday's Brooklyn, New York subway attack following a massive manhunt. The suspect is 62-year-old Frank R. James. Officials say the suspect put on a gas mask and set off a canister that filled a subway car with smoke before opening fire on passengers, injuring at least 23 people, 10 of them hit by gunfire at the height of New York City's rush hour yesterday. Let's bring in NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Wood.
Now, y'all see this? He went prepared to kill some people. He put on a gas mask and shot up all those people. I mean, he was prepared to just... I don't understand what made him go on a rampage like this. There's nothing in this world, I would think, that would make a person go on a rampage like this. Some people, sometimes, but when you think about it, it shouldn't. But I'm going to play more for y'all. So hold on.
Williams, Pete, what can you tell us?
Well, according to our affiliate WNBC in New York, Lester, the police were alerted through a tip to their Crime Stopper system of a possible sighting of Frank James in the East Village of New York. A short time ago this afternoon, the police responded and an arrest was made at St. Mark's and First Avenue. In that part of Manhattan. The suspect was taken to the local police precinct, and we're told by several law enforcement officials that they believe that it is Frank Robert James, the man that they have been seeking for the shooting in the subway, that apparently he did have some identification with him when they made the arrest. And, of course, in addition to the physical description and the photos that the police department released last night. Now, Lester, last night when you were reporting on Nightly News, the police were calling him a person of interest. And then this morning, the New York City mayor said he was a suspect. And the key factor in changing that is a trace done by alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives of the weapon that was used in the subway shooting. ATF was able to determine that the gun that was left behind at the crime scene, the one that apparently jammed, was the weapon that fired the shots, and that Frank James bought that weapon 11 years ago at a pawn shop in Columbus, Ohio. That was one key piece of evidence that moved him from person of interest to suspect. The second, of course, is the fact that there was a U-Haul van. The keys were left behind at the shooting scene, in addition to a credit card that was used to rent a van. That van was located last night, as you reported on Nightly News, not far from the subway system, not far from the station that was involved in the shooting. It appears that Frank James spent the night, slept in it last night. Authorities say they found a table, some chairs, some foam rubber padding in that van. And then early this morning, probably around 6 o'clock, he apparently got out of the van, entered the subway system, and was on the subway system for at least an hour, possibly 2 hours, before finally opening fire on the N-Line train as it headed into the 36th Street station.
Now, did y'all hear that? He even slept in the truck, had a table, other tapes. He was supposed to really go on a rampage again. Something is wrong with him. He was really fit to go on another rampage. That's what I gather out of it. Something was wrong. But to my knowledge from listening at the news earlier today, is like he must have turned his own self in. I guess maybe he was afraid of getting killed. after shooting all these people, preparing and planning. You know he had to prepare and plan because he from one place to another to rent out a U-Haul truck, buy tape, buy gas, buy all that, and have extra gas in the U-Haul, buy fireworks, you know. He had been planning this, but my thing is I want to know the motive behind all this. And I'm going to keep you all up to date on this because I'd like to know the motive behind the sick individual. What made him snap like that? Hold on, I'm trying to get my computer back because I want to play it again for you all. And wait a minute.
And it's even possible, Lester, authorities are investigating whether he actually used the subway system to get away, because there's video that shows him using a Metro card, a fast scanning card that you can use to get through the turnstiles into the subway system. The video shows him using that, and there's some indication that that Metro card was used again yesterday after the shooting. So it's possible that he used the subway system to escape from the very shooting that he carried out.
Now, do y'all see this? He had a Metro card to go in and out the gate, because you got to remember, he escaped back on that train with them. He got back on there to go over to get where he was going, and he used the gate key again to escape today. Man, he's bold. He wanted to be caught. He wanted to be caught. Get his ass some help. Lock his ass up. People, be careful. Always watch your surroundings. I mean, there was even a pregnant woman that a young kid had to cover because he was sitting by her. I was listening at the news earlier. But anyway, let me finish playing this here. Hold on. I got me and my phone locking.
On the subway, although that still remains under investigation. It's been a very fast-moving investigation. Lots has been learned about him, about the fact that he has had really no fixed address for the last year or so. He lived for a time in Pennsylvania, then in Wisconsin. It was in Pennsylvania that he rented the U-Haul van and also had a storage unit, which he then closed down just before coming into New York. He's apparently born in the New York City area, born in the Bronx, but relatives have said he's never really had a long-term job. And another factor is he left behind or has posted several social media postings, several YouTube videos that are full of hate, concern about crime, criticism of the mayor, racist rants, and lots of...
Now, do y'all see that he left a lot of YouTube hate messages to the mayor, to the governor? He just mad at the world for no reason. He wasn't on no steady job. Probably mad about that too, but that's not our problem. But he needs some help. We know he needs some help. He had the anger issue. His family spoke out. So I'm just to keep playing this so y'all can see it.
Rambling, and that's one thing that federal authorities and state authorities are looking at as they consider what charges to file here, Lester. There are, of course, the possibility of attempted murder, state charges that could be filed in New York. But we're told that the federal government is also considering filing charges of its own, possibly hate crime charges. There are federal statutes that involve that make it a crime to try to inflict damage or harm people on trains. And that could give federal jurisdiction as well as the firearms, moving into a firearm in interstate transportation. So lots of options for charges that could be filed today, and that whole process may now move up now that he appears to be under arrest, Lester.
Y'all heard it for yourselves. So we already know. People out here is walking and they are time bombs. These people are time bombs. You got to be really, really careful with people. They are walking time bomb. So, you know, if you have a loved one or a friend, again, that brings it back to me always saying, when you see somebody in your family, a loved one that have a mental health, mental issues, talk to them, report it, try to get them some help, you know, try to get them some help or talk to them. At least you know where they stand and where they at mentally. You know, we have to know what is going on with the people, okay? Because maybe he has some mental illness that we don't know about, but his family knows about. And I'm not giving him no damn excuse or no pass. Hell no. Because innocent people got hurt. And that could have been my loved ones, you know? We don't know your loved ones. But I'd like for y'all to drop a comment, hit like, hit share, you know. Give me your opinion. You know, I'm going to bring y'all the news. Now I'm giving you the update of it. They caught him. They put a $50,000 bond over his head. You know, somebody was going to turn him in. Unless he just turned himself in. To my understanding, I believe that he turned himself in. I'm not sure. Okay. I heard part of the news earlier. You know, on your phone, it tells you one part of the news, but looking at TV, you see another. But y'all hit like, hit thumbs up, subscribe, put your notification bell on if all this is not already on. Make sure you share me with a friend, because y'all already know a girl is going to bring y'all the news. I love doing this here. I wear more than one hat, okay? So, I love you. Kisses, nothing you can do about it. And I always tell you all, if you don't like what I got to say, whoop. Y'all have a blessed one and a nice one, okay?